Welcome to partialarc.com. Don't do that.
In the darkness of space, great evil lurks, weaving its heresy with wicked works. But little do they know of their greatest foe, a boy armed with friendship and the knowledge he doth grow. Kevinson and his powerful force, fighting heresy and its terrible source. They are the Inquisiteers.
All right, Daniel, I needed a moment to collect my thoughts, and I got nothing. I'm real worried. Necron's turning on all around us, and I don't know what happened to Mr. Wizard.
I mean, they're not on yet, to be fair. It looks like they're slowly glowing and slowly coming on, but they're not completely coming out of the tomb and launching an impossible to destroy army that will consume this planet and perhaps the entire sector.
Well, that was really specific of what they could probably do.
Well, this planet is the heart of the Indominus Crusade, and if this planet were to fall, the entirety of the Indominus Crusade would fall, and this whole region would fall to chaos.
Oh. Okay, well, a lot at stake, it seems.
Yeah, but
You think they left an outlet button or something over here? Maybe on this side console. I mean, this is stone, but I assume Necrons are just big on stone buttons?
there's a lot of green sigils.
Okay. But do you think they work like a hand swipe? Like if I swipe my hand over this sigil? Well, it didn't turn off.
It's still glowing. You could poke the sigils. There's several sigils by this door.
Okay.
You could poke. But how about you, Mr. Wizard?
Yes.
I can sort of see through your eyes, which is very weird that we're attuned psychically. I don't know what's going on.
I'm a very powerful psyker. I can do many things.
Oh, wait, can I communicate with him? Let me see. I know he did something funky with his body. Mr. Wizard, can you hear me?
I hear you just fine, Kevin.
Oh, wow, it's in my mind, not even through my ears. What happened? You went through the walls like a ghost man.
Yeah, I became intangible, and doors, they don't mean anything to me.
Okay,
I don't believe in boundaries.
Well, I definitely believe in doors, and I need them open in order to do my swingy stuff.
I do also believe in doors because I see this door. Let me do my little pokey head. Nope, yeah, this is definitely a door.
Is there any button on the other side that you can open it up?
Also, what do you see in there?
Well, I see there's a big cube thing, and it's floating over another thing, and that sorcerer man is doing strange things. I have no idea what's going on.
Does it seem like what he's doing is making stuff happen? Because there's a lot of crazy stuff happening out here.
He definitely did some hand waving, and then everything started to wake up.
Hand waving is not good. Maybe these are activated by hand wavings. And Kevinson just keeps waving his hand in front of a bunch of these sigils to see if it'll stop anything.
God, I want to figure out if
Now, this is a game where you roll dice to attempt to do stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I use cunning?
Yeah, you could use cunning to try to figure out what the heck's going on here.
Here we go. My cunning hand gestures. I've got a 4 in cunning.
Well, the difficulty is 3.
Okay. Did not pass.
Okay. You eventually do get the door open, but not quickly.
Good.
You're going to open the door at some point. It's boring if you just stay out here the entire time.
He figures it out just by random selection of hitting one sigil, then another sigil, then another sigil. And
if he waves his hand by one, it lights up, but then if he waves by the one that's right next to it, the one next to it disappears. It ends up being a weird logic puzzle sort of thing where he needs to wave at specific ones to light all of them at the same time.
And then I got to go to a couple different temples and get some different keys and different things and come back and unlock all the chests, and then I can get them all together to get in the boss room, right?
You just didn't realize the entire time all you had to do was jazz hands in front of the console.
That's right. Oh wait, when they light up, do they make a sound? Can I start beatboxing over here on the other side of the wall?
Yeah, that's part of the problem. You start beatboxing.
Oh, I got distracted.
And I'm gonna go on 40K Game Facts and find the solution to this for you. So you're spending some time beatboxing on that, and you'll greet Mr. Wizard when the door opens. But Balthus, you see the sorcerer is continuing to do some sort of ritual here, and he is ignoring you. Maybe he hasn't noticed you, or maybe he doesn't care, but he is ignoring you as he continues to do something, and you notice that the platform that he's standing on is beginning to rise up slightly. I need you to make an awareness check, difficulty 3.
Gotcha. Well, I'm very aware of things, so I'm sure I'll pass this just fine. I do, and I can push a 6.
So there are several Necrons that are waking up in this room. These ones seem to be pretty active. But you actually see that they're sort of floating away from you because this entire chamber seems to be spreading apart. You notice that the walls are moving away surrounding this whole chamber, except for the door, thankfully. The door is remaining in place.
I was like, that would present its own problems.
Yes. The obelisk with the cube on the top of it and the sorcerer on the top of it is rising upwards. And you notice that the floor itself is separating. And you look down, and there's just an impossible cliff chasm into darkness. But in the darkness, you see hints of like green light that's slowly starting to like fade in, and you see things that are crawling around down there. And then the door opens.
Oh man, I could have just, maybe if I did the chorus again, but now I don't remember how it goes. The door went away. Oh, Mr. Wizard!
Hello, Kevin.
Whoa, what's going on in here?
Lots of bad things. I think we should probably dispose of him.
Is that the bad guy up there who's floating up on that obelisk?
That one.
Well, he's pretty far away. How far off is he from us, Daniel?
He's a couple meters above you right now, but the longer you're going to need to make a decision relatively soon. Try to get to them. Oh, also you push the 6. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention for the puts the 6 awareness. You look out and you see that there are other obelisks that are floating towards the platform that you are on, and you recognize them as like Necron attack obelisks, like the kind that shoot lasers out of them.
Oh no.
Well, not lasers specifically.
Lightning. Green lightning.
It's green lightning, but
They shoot something, and that's bad.
yes.
All right, so I assume you point out the obelisks.
Yeah.
Oh, those are bad too.
Yeah, I would say so. Everything here is real bad. We gotta take care of this guy.
And then like we also got, how are we getting back?
Let's think about that later. And I guess we go to leap onto this platform that's slowly rising.
Okay. You guys are going to need to make a athletics check. Or if you could come up with another way to make a jump, you can do that. But it'd be a difficulty 4 athletics check.
When you're intangible, can you like fly?
Yeah, I'm floating.
Okay, so you can just fly right up there. So
Yes.
there's no problem. So I will roll an athletics check. I have an athletics of 8.
How long can you stay intangible?
It's sustained
Okay.
until I stop it.
What's the difficulty for me
4.
jumping up there? All right. Well, I passed, and I can push a 6, but I rolled a 1 on my wrath die.
Well, let me do my sustain for my phantom form as my action to see if that I then need to try
If you
jump.
could continue to float.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I do sustain, and I'm able to push 1/6, which allows me to make my movement normal speed. Because normally I'm half speed while I'm floating.
You're just like a really slow. Wait, half of your normal speed?
Yeah.
My God, that's gotta be. I'm coming to get you.
Why do you think I only went through a door and nowhere further?
Like it was like a really slow process of you squeezing through that door.
All right. Okay, Kevin, you make the jump.
Yeah.
So that's good.
All right. Sweet superhero landing. Land on my knee. Fist on the ground.
All right.
And I can push a 6. So whatever I do, it's sweet. But there's something bad that happens.
Yes. So you jump up there and you land and you do a cool superhero knee land.
Yeah.
And everything like shakes around you.
Woo.
And the sorcerer whirls around and says, "You interferer! This is your destiny!" But the bigger issue is, so the Necron sarcophagi that are built in to this obelisk are now completely active. They might have waited a little longer, but that one makes me feel like
Did my super sweet landing shake them out of their sleep?
Yeah, you landed so hard that it knocked the door open. One of their doors were actually kind of stuck. Like they were.
Oh, they're old shitty doors.
They're really old doors.
They are like 60 million years old.
Yeah, they're extremely old doors. Like the Necrons are like, yes, we are like awoken, but couldn't
Do you
get
think
out.
before we go to sleep we should put more oil in these doors? Like now it lasts at least 100 million years. We won't sleep longer than that.
Yeah. But you knocked it open, so good job.
You definitely slammed the ground with your fist, and
Yay!
there was a big green button right under your fist. That
right.
was emergency open button.
It's an emergency.
Yeah, there was a sigil.
If doors are jammed, hit button.
Yeah. It was a lever that you had to broke some glass and then you pulled it.
And since we've established that all of their sigils are sound activated, it makes a as I hit it with my fist.
That's a strange noise to have it for the emergency open.
Yeah, you think it'd be positive because they're excited about it. It's a narrative sound button.
All right. You should be aware now that you both are there. You're sort of looking up and you see the ocean above you as well. Just you're floating now above the city, and you're seeing the protective field that is keeping the water out.
I was gonna say because there's water everywhere.
yes. No, there's a protective field that is keeping the water out.
A couple Necrons are not as much of a concern as the entire ocean hitting us all at once.
Although, ironically, not so much a problem for the Necrons, because,
I guess not.
they don't...
But it'll crush them.
I mean, would it, though?
I hope it would, because I'm hoping to attempt to crush them, and I don't have the strength of the ocean to back me up. So, fingers crossed.
All right, so you both are there. The sorcerer now has his eyes on you, but still seems to be doing something. And there are 3 Necron warriors that have awoken. What would you like to do?
Well, I immediately stop Phantom. Oh, actually, it matters on the order on which things go.
I can go first, and then you can go next afterwards, so that I can maybe draw some Necron fire.
That sounds fine.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Wizard, don't worry, I got this. And Kevin pulls out his force sword and is just going to go toe-to-toe with some of these warriors.
You don't hear me respond, by the way, because I didn't have enough 6s for you to actually be able to hear me.
Wait, what?
When I'm in phantom form, I have to push 6s in order for you to be able to hear my voice.
Interesting.
Yes.
But as we've established, sometimes you can talk to me psychically through a wall.
Well, that's because when I did it before, I had enough 6s to where I could do it.
Oh, interesting. Okay, well, here we go. I wanted to make sure that we didn't get anything wrong, because we never get anything wrong in this game.
No, we get everything right 100% of the time. Yeah.
Always accurate. Okay, so I'm going to use my force sword on one of these Necron warriors.
Okay.
I have a 10 weapon skill. What's the difficulty to hit one of these bad boys?
Their defense is 3.
Okay. Very, very good. I can push a single 6 to add an extra damage. My force sword is already 5 plus 1 damage die, so 2 damage die. So let's see. That's a 6, and the other one failed, so that's 7 plus 11, so 18 damage minus 3 AP.
Okay.
And it has force, so I don't know if this guy's alive or if I can blow out his brains with psychic shenanigans.
Well, regardless, you actually strike down this Necron warrior.
All right! I did it!
Yeah, this is easy. This is fine. You took down one of them real easy.
I have the power of the ocean behind me!
I don't know about that, but
What? What's going on?
Oh man, I wish I could hear Mr. Wizard, but I can't!
I feel like I could sort of hear them.
I know,
Did
right?
he just say he has the ocean behind him?
I know, he's really commending me right now and saying how strong and independent and great I've become.
God damn it, Kevin. I said none of those
Thank
things.
you, Mr. Wizard. I knew you always believed in me.
Yeah, I have a very cool recording equipment that could sort of pick up what he's thinking, but we'll have to process it later because I can't hear it right now.
Oh man, we've got some crazy technology
Yeah, I'm an
to
experiment.
make all of this work.
I'm an experimental baby. Who you gonna call?
Do 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 do.
So that Necron warrior goes down, and then you see the other 2 Necrons get out of their sarcophagi. They look bigger, and they have bigger guns.
Oh man, the first one I attacked was the small one. You know what they say in a Necron jail? You always go for the smallest one first.
So you attacked a Necron warrior. These are 2 Necron immortals.
Oh. Let's see if they live up to the name. Please don't. Please don't.
All right, so one of them is going to attack you.
Oh.
Let's see.
Well, I'll have you know, I have a defense of 4. Because I eat my vegetables at every meal.
That's a lie.
Oh, I feel like I got berated by something that I can't hear.
That is an amazingly low roll.
Yes!
What is your defense?
Defense is a 4.
Somehow with all of those dice, it just rolled a 2.
Yes!
Look at this. So many 1s and 2s in there.
This is amazing because I just killed the small Necron, and Kevin is like looking at these 2 giant immortals like he's basically screwed, and then this huge thing comes in and swings at him just like bing, and he's like, all right!
He actually is shooting at you with a gigantic laser.
Yeah. That's what it was. It just bounces off the armor.
Yeah. Well, no, he just misses. He rolls so low, he just like fires, he misses.
He's very sleepy.
Kevin looks up above him at all the water and goes, thanks, Ocean.
Okay, you got an ocean thing going on.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay. Balthus, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm going to become tangible
Again, I'm going to cease phantom form.
Okay.
But then I'm going to activate another sustained ability called Living Lightning,
Good luck.
which turns me into Living Lightning.
Man, your powers are just like turn you into a ghost, turn you into lightning.
I'm a very deceiving old man.
You are. Uh-oh.
Deceptive old man?
So, I think I got Psychic Phenomenon because I rolled a 1 on my Wrath die.
Neat.
But I rolled an obscene amount of 6s. That is 6 6s.
You lightning us all to the warp. 6 6s?
I rolled 6 6s.
Oh, wow. 6 6s. That was just fun to say multiple times.
Yeah, it's just straight to Perils of the Warp. There's not Psychic Phenomenon and then Perils of the Warp. That was
Dark Heresy.
That was how other psychic powers worked. For some reason, those seem familiar, but that's not what it is anymore. I need...
Big die and a little die.
Yeah, I need you to roll 2 dice.
25.
25. Tears of the Martyrs. All paintings, statues, or equivalent effigies within 25 meters of the psychic begin to weep blood.
Wait a second.
If no features exist in range, which there aren't really. I'm sorry.
I mean, can't we consider these Necrons as statues?
You know what?
We
Yes.
fill them with blood.
The Necrons do start weeping blood, but also the walls begin to drip with blood. This bleeding persists for 1 minute. All sentient creatures that witness this event must make a fear test, difficulty 3, and you failed the fear test. Increase the difficulty of any interaction skill tests by 2 for the next round.
I've changed my mind. They are not statues. No blood occurs.
Well,
I was wrong.
The walls still are weeping. There's just
fine.
blood everywhere.
If you make the Necrons bleed, you should turn them and be like, I am your god.
And they're like, no, you're not our god.
To be fair, Necrons are real sad that they're robots forever, so like they might be pretty jazzed about this.
Well, also, would they even notice that they're crying blood? I don't
Not
think
Necron
they would.
Immortals or warriors.
Yeah, they would
Those
know.
guys don't have any brains anymore.
They definitely wouldn't even notice.
You guys need to make fear tests.
My resolve is a 7, so I
Yeah.
believe it's a resolve test, right?
Yeah, and the difficulty is 3, so you're probably going to be okay, but we'll see.
I'm a space marine. I read scarier stories at night. But not too late. Shit, I rolled a 1. But I did pass, and I could even push a 6.
Oh,
But
the one was on
somehow
your
I
wrath
still
die.
rolled a 1.
The one was on your wrath die?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so funny thing happened. I passed, but I rolled a 6 on my wrath die.
Ooh.
Okay.
You are their god.
They don't have to roll anything because they are immune to fear.
That makes sense.
And
They didn't even notice.
They didn't even notice. We're going to see how the sorcerer does.
They're like, some error in this code. We got to rewrite the wall statue tech.
The sorcerer failed and rolled a 1 on his
Oh
wrath
man,
die.
that's awesome. Now see the error of your ways, sorcerer.
Okay. So, first we'll talk about the sorcerer. The sorcerer fails his test, and he actually, blood starts weeping out of the cube that he was doing rituals on.
Whoa!
And he falls backwards and is now, right next to you guys. Because he was, on a rate, at the very top of the pillar, and you would have to climb up or something. He now has fallen down. He is no longer next to the cube, and he has fallen prone, right next to you and is
Sweet.
afraid.
Is that for his 6, I guess?
He failed, and he rolled a 1 on his wrath.
Oh, real bad.
Yeah, he did real bad.
Can you imagine if somebody rolled a 1 on their fear test? Can you believe it?
Okay, let's talk about you, Kevin. So you're afraid, obviously.
No, I passed.
Oh, you did pass.
And
you
I
did
could push a
pass.
6 on top of it, but I rolled a 1 on my wrath die. So whatever happens there. But you said blood is pooling out of everywhere,
Yeah,
right?
blood is all over the place.
It could be that I have no fear of it, that I just slip on some blood because I don't really move away from it.
That could totally be it.
To be fair, Kevinson has seen some shit. I don't know if he'd be really affected by this.
Yeah, but he's not scared, but he's maybe overly confident and slips on some blood.
I read Scary Stories 3 the other night, and it was way scarier than this. 1 and 2 are okay as well.
The ones to tell in the dark?
Yeah, they're real spooky.
Who took my big toe?
Oh, no, I don't want to hear about that one again.
Okay, I have a pretty small toe. Balthus, you make blood weep from the walls.
Yes.
And everything.
Yes.
This makes the sorcerer fall backwards as blood emerges from the cube he was doing a ritual on.
You fool, I'm way more chaos than you.
And he falls on the ground and is now prone on the ground, surrounded by blood. Kevin.
Yeah?
You are completely unafraid of what happens.
Of course not.
You charge forward and slip on the blood.
Oh, no!
And land right next to the psyker.
Oh, man, my back! Oh, it got all over my shoes, too. It's covering the lights.
I did say psyker. That is misleading. You're all psychers here. I specifically meant the sorcerer that hit the ground. He is a psyker that hit the ground, but this is just this is psychic party.
So have I
on.
tripped over the sorcerer?
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. You trip over the sorcerer.
Oh, you know what it is? He fell off and lands on me.
Oh, yeah, that's even better. I'm
I'm unafraid, and the sorcerer just lands on top of me.
Yeah, and he's in full Space Marine armor.
Yeah, that'll hurt.
Yeah. So you're gonna take 2 mortal wounds.
Oh my god.
He's covered in spikes.
That is a heavy Space Marine. And he does have a lot of spikes in him.
He's covered in spikes.
Oh man, I'm down to 3 wounds. That's no good.
Yeah.
And I'm a Space Marine. I started with 9.
He's a Space Marine too. But he just took 3 wounds.
Yeah,
so.
I'm also covered in spikes. No,
No, but he fell.
I leave
pretty
some
far.
narratively appropriate spikes in my back just in case.
What?
No.
Okay.
No.
Narratively appropriate
Oh
spikes?
man, wait a second. He took 3 mortal wounds?
Yeah.
Okay.
He fell on the sword.
He fell on my sword.
Okay, yes.
All right, I got him.
Okay, meanwhile, Balthus has turned into lightning.
Oh man, that's right. You haven't even done anything yet. All of this transpired because you messed with the warp. You'd think multiple turns just went by, but nope.
And then as living lightning, and I got a 6, you can decide what the 6 on my wrath die is, but I passed my fear check, and he fell on the ground on your sword, and I look down at him and say, as a living lightning man, I'm way more metal than you!
It is rather metal. You made blood and lightning. Ride the lightning, as it were. So is that all you do on your turn? You just become lightning?
I just cast... No, I haven't even finished the power yet.
Oh, God.
That wasn't the power?
No.
To make blood flow from the walls?
So what Living Lightning does is it's a sustained action, but it allows me to take 2 actions every time I act, as long as I sustain it.
Yeah.
So I'm able to take an immediate other action, but I have to resolve what my 6s do. So Living Lightning makes me so quick that it increases my defense by 1, so now I'm a 2 defense. Whoa! But I rolled so many 6s.
I almost feel like that's not worth it, but okay.
Well, but here's the thing. I rolled so many 6s.
Would you say
that
you rolled 6 6s?
I actually miscounted. I rolled 7 6s because there's a hidden little die.
There's a hidden 6?
I kind of want to see those dice for a second.
I rolled 16 dice.
I believe you're fine. You're fine.
But yeah, I'm able to push 6 of those 6s to increase my damage by another 3. So or my defense by another 3. So I'm now defense 5.
Wow.
And with the extra final 6, I take 1 less shock from becoming Living Lightning. So
Cool.
I took 2
So
shock.
you're more durable than a Space Marine.
I'm a very deceiving old man.
You did go to like super metal levels with this one power.
So now I'm going to do my second power.
But aren't you sustaining the old one? No, that just makes it harder to cast.
Is
the
that,
next
is
one.
that
makes it
rad
harder
metal
to
music
cast.
I hear in the background?
Yeah.
What just happened?
It's the runes. It's the signals.
Oh man! Oh, He fell on one of the runes when the sorcerer fell off and it turned on all this rock music.
Yeah, it's when the blood hits the runes.
Oh, you know what it is? The blood is flowing all over all the runes at once, so it's all this cacophony of music is just making a sweet rock tune.
It's very metal.
Oh, I love it.
So looking down at this this Chaos Space Marine, I think I'm gonna hit him with a Molten Beam at point blank range.
Okay.
And I'm gonna push a 6, so I'm gonna roll an extra die.
He's having a real bad day right now. This is one way to go for sure. I fell on a sword. Oh no, a lava laser just hit me in the face.
So what's his defense?
His defense is 3.
So his defense is technically now 5 for me because I'm sustaining a psychic power.
Okay, so
well, that'll be real hard to beat with 16 psychic dice. Good luck. I wish you the best.
Watch out for those perils.
All right, well, I rolled high enough that with some regular dice, I can pass. Thankfully, I rolled no 1s on my wrath dice because I rolled an extra 1.
That's good.
And then I have 3 additional 6s, which means I'm just going to use, the range doesn't matter, but I'm just going to use 2 of them to add an extra damage die.
Okay.
To a very small amount of damage, right?
I mean, it's only 18 plus 2 damage die normally, so I mean, now it's 3.
Not much.
It's not that bad. Which netted an additional 4. That's 22 damage.
Really, 22. Is there any pen on that?
Nope. There's no pen on the Molten.
No pen.
Because it's just basically built into the fact that it starts at 18.
It's just a stream of concentrated lava from my hand.
You know, I'm not sure why I asked.
Yo, you know what? Everybody gets this wrong. Molten Beam is just like Cyclops' eyes from the X-Men. It's a force beam. It's not a heat beam.
Yes.
It's a force beam. There's no pen.
They're not lasers.
They're not lasers. Now, I know it's called Molten Beam, but it is just force.
You annihilate this sorcerer with that incredibly good roll.
Oh, man, he didn't have to take an agility test to see if he was set on fire.
Oh, no. Well, his remains can, I guess. His bones can take a test. Do they move out of the way? They do not.
So he's dead, and his armor is there's not much left of it, nor the being that's within. He does have, he has a couple of. He has his chaos staff there, and he has a bolt pistol with him too.
I'm just replaying what happened to this guy in like split second. It's just the comedy of errors. He's like, yes, what's all this blood? Whoa! Oh, what's that in my back? And beam right in the face. He's just gone. Like, just within a split second, this guy went from commanding the room to instantly dead.
Yeah.
I also want to point out that my 6 from my fear check before, I'm just going to convert into a glory.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yes, forgot about that 6.
So yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, cool.
That's a pretty good turn. Just one, you say. My goodness.
So the problem is that, yes, you killed the Chaos Sorcerer, but the thing continues to rise, the platform that you're on.
Oh, man.
And the attack obelisks come towards you. Balthus, the Immortal, is going to attack you.
You got this, old man.
Yeah, normally I'd be worried, but with defense of 5, I'm feeling pretty good. And there's sick metal music everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, you got hit, and he rolled a 6 on his wrath die.
I might die right here.
To be fair, we did not see what those guns did before because they missed me. So now we'll get to find out what they do.
I increased my defense to higher than a Space Marine, and it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, Balthus. Not only did the Gauss blaster hit you, he's close enough to do rapid fire against you, and his attacks are brutal. So that's several bonus dice that he has.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Man. Only one of them pushed, so you take... Oh, no, wait, he has 2 more extra dice to roll. Sorry. Okay, so you take 12, 13, 15 damage, pen 2.
Wow.
Are you dead?
That's a lot. I think
if I
because of all this blood that's pouring out of everywhere, if it got in some of Kevinson's mouth, he would have spit it out right now in surprise.
If I perfectly soak, I'll be at 1 wound, and I'll have no shock remaining.
Oh, man.
Aren't you glad the first one missed?
Oh, that's right. It was... Oh, yeah, that would have hit me?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that would have been very in trouble. These things are very scary. And there's Attackopolis as well. Shit.
They have those on top of them. Those guns.
Ooh, that's not good.
So, would you consider this a test?
Yes.
Can I add the glory
It's more
to
of a
the die
philosophy.
roll?
If you believe
Yes,
in
you
it,
could definitely add the glory.
It will
Yeah.
pass.
Does 6s count as 2 for shock tests?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, well then there we go. That was
got it perfect?
That was perfect. That was exactly what I needed. I'm at 0 shock remaining
And 1 wound.
and 1 wound.
I bet that took a little bit of the wind out of your sails. You just had like maybe the best psychic turn anyone's ever had, and then immediately just like, brought back down to
You
her.
feel like you're being broken down on the molecular level.
See, I thought being made of lightning that I'd be like immune to that kind of lightning, but that was more like disintegration than lightning. Mm-hmm. It looks lightningy, but it doesn't taste lightningy.
Also, on top of all this, Kevin, the Necron that you killed, it's starting to put itself back together.
What? No. But is it getting blood in there? Because there's a lot of it all over the place. Is it like stitching together blood in there? It's getting caught in the little gears?
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't think they have gears.
That's probably true.
All right. Kevin, what would you like to do?
I'm just seeing like you just getting blasted by this molecular gun, and just the look on your face and all of your clothes. You don't look so hot.
I mean, it's hard to imagine a living lightning man that's burning, but I'm burning right now. At least smoking.
Yeah.
This is very bad. All right, think. What would Tanemoa do? What would the captain do? I know. And Kevin sheaths his force sword, and he takes one arm and wraps it around the old man, Mr. Wizard.
Okay.
Come with me, Mr. Wizard! And he braces and goes to leap up to where the cube is.
Okay.
So I'm going to do, I assume this would be an athletics check?
Yes. You're holding somebody, so difficulty 4.
Okie dokie. It's an 8, so here we go. That is rad as hell, because I got a 6 on my wrath die, and otherwise I got a 5, so I passed plus the 6 on the wrath die, so...
You make it up, and you did it so fast, you'll be able to take another action now that you got up.
All right!
Yeah.
So just like, whoop,
Yeah.
and then, all right, Captain would always do computer stuff. Let's see what I can do.
So just describe this to you. It is a cube that's floating in front of you. It's about the size of a head. It's about the size of me, maybe, actually.
Okay, so like a floating baby.
It's about the size of a baby.
It's the normal unit of measurement that the Imperium uses all the time.
babies?
How big is it? Well, you know, the size of an Aquila or the size of a baby.
I mean,
Well,
that thing
I-
down
baby?
there is
I
at
was-
least 12 babies.
I was trying to describe it as the size of a skull, which is one of the...
That is a unit of measurement in the Imperium. But the baby's a little bit bigger than a skull.
Babies are metric. Skulls are imperial.
Yes.
Get it?
You know, it's so confusing how some of us use the baby means of measurement and the others use skulls. I
Well,
wish we
because
could all just be
skulls
on the
are
same.
imperial, you know?
Oh, jeez. You're one of those, aren't you?
I mean, everything should be imperial.
How cold is it outside? Well, it's at least 15 babies. I don't know what that means. Okay. That was a fun rant. Here we go.
What are you rolling? You just have dice, and you're like, here we go.
I'm assuming I'm going to have to use a skill to interact with this cube unless it has a big off button on it.
You will need to use a skill to interact with the cube, but you need to tell me what skill you're using.
Well, as Kevin said, he's channeling his inner captain, and because this is, I mean, it's tech, ? I mean, it is tech, even though it all seems like magic to Kevin. But it's still like ancient tech. They don't use magic. So I was going to do a tech check.
Okay. That's going to be difficulty 5 to understand this ancient machinery.
One note I'd like to make here is that, and whether I got to use a glory to do this or a wrath to pay for it, Kevinson, if you remember, got in some sweet beatboxing work in on some of those sigils. And, might have made it a little bit easier for him to understand how to use those things when he was doing his little patterns on that door.
You can spend a glory on that.
I will!
Yeah.
We don't have any more
So
glory.
my bullshit can't get the benefit, but an in-game mechanic can.
We don't have any glory anymore.
What do you mean?
Because I had to use the glory in order to pass my shock test, so I didn't die.
Oh, no. Wait, didn't you just get that glory from...
I just got one glory,
And then you
I
just immediately used it?
I was gonna die otherwise.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Well, we don't have any wrath?
Wrath is rerolls.
Yeah. Okay. So back to bullshitting Daniel. Daniel, what do you think? Think I can do this easier by remembering to hit those buttons? Okay, if not tech. I mean, tech is the only thing I can think of that would be the...
I mean, you could also, I guess you could try to smash it, if that's a thing you want to do. Or you could
I
try
am better at that.
You could try to reach out with your mind. There's all sorts of things you could do.
I guess there's other skills.
There's something I can do.
I do a sweet backflip?
I mean, you could do a sweet backflip. I'm not sure that's going to save the
Does
day.
this machine recognize sweet skills and will power down?
Whoa, that was awesome, dude.
This alien race is worth protecting, shutting down destruction.
There is something I can do to give us more time.
Okay. Oh, maybe I can deceive it.
Just make a tech use check. Just make a tech use
here
test.
we go.
Check.
Tech use check. I've got some wrath dice to reroll. Here we go. All right, Captain. Really need your help here. It's a 5 to beat, and I only got a 5 in tech. That's all I need. I need a little bit more. I rolled a 2. Using some wrath. Can't reroll the wrath die, though. That's a bummer, and that wasn't one of my passes. So I need a 6 and a pass is what I need right now. Here we go.
Are you kidding me?
God! That is right! Oh! I rolled a 5 and a 6!
No, I saw it.
It did recognize my sweet flip when I came in.
Clearly, you were so mad about it, you used your wrath. So...
I did it! I did what the captain does! And he just remembers his beatboxing from before and just does that same do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do and does his sequence, and what happens, Daniel?
So as you're interacting with it, and you're able to figure out, partially from your tech use check and partially just from your bullshitting,
Yes. Very important.
that this is the primary power source for the entire city. So it's been, when it got rebooted, that's why everything, the sorcerer was doing something with it to get it started again. And it unfortunately is now started again. It is going. But this is powering everything in the city. If it were to be destroyed, everything in the city would power down. This includes all of the Necrons, all of the floating platforms, all of the scarabs.
And the enormous shield holding back the ocean?
Yes, it would destroy that as well.
Well, I learned some stuff. We gotta destroy this cube.
I mean, you do.
I mean, I don't feel like that's the lesson you should have pulled from that experience. But I guess it kind of also makes sense.
I mean, we gotta destroy this thing, but we'll shut everything down if we do, like the Necrons and those bad things, but,
And the shield.
yeah, I'll shut that down too, so we gotta get out of here.
Well, maybe we only need to shut it down for like a minute.
Why specifically a minute?
Because then, like, the whole ocean will come in and...
That is true, yes, the ocean will definitely do a lot of work for us.
Well,
Yeah, I think the ocean could probably kill all these guys.
Well, I just happen to be an expert in shutting machines down for exactly 1 minute.
Wait, really?
Yes, I do it to my electric chair all the time.
Oh, on purpose?
You have an electric chair?
Of course I do.
Like-
You know how old I am, Daniel?
Wait, for killing people?
Wait a second, is that why I can never play video games when you come over? I always thought it was just something that happened.
You didn't finish your vegetables.
Damn it, that's how you were doing it from outside of the room?
No.
He's not a very good liar.
We should do...
Should we roll an opposing deception check?
No, we should get out of here. That's what we should do.
So let's have you guys make awareness checks to just sort of look around at what might be your last moments alive.
All right.
And just tell me how many successes you get.
Well, I got a 2 and a 1 on my wrath die.
Cool.
I got a 7.
7 awareness? Okay. All right, because you're really smart and observant and stuff.
I got 3 passes and 2 6s, so I have a 7.
Okay.
So I can push 6s if I need to, but you said how much, so I told you 7.
Okay, so Balthus, you notice 2 things. With that many, you notice 2 things. One, you see what looks like the submarine that brought you down, just floating outside of the water barrier. Now, the water barrier is about 10 meters above you, and the sub itself is then going to be 10 meters above that. So that doesn't necessarily super help you if the shield were to come down, because you would be crushed by a wall of water. But, submarine's close by. That's a thing. And you also notice, more importantly, something green is still glowing on the dead sorcerer.
Well, I'm gonna reach down and grab that green thing.
Well, you were going to have to jump down because you got...
Why do I have to jump down? I have psychic powers, Daniel.
Okay, then you need to use a psychic power to reach it. Now, Kevin.
Yeah?
What are we going to do about that 1 on your wrath die?
Oh, man, I hope we were going to forget about it forever. We'd never talk about it ever again.
Oh, I know.
Ah.
The obelisks are here.
Oh, for failing my awareness check?
Well, you rolled a 1 on your wrath die.
I guess. I keep creating villains.
One obelisk is reaching the platform that you're on. So you're going to need to react quickly or it's going to open fire on you.
Man, this is the second Necron villain I've created from rolling.
Well, I'm going to do my action first, since he just did one. And I'm going to use Phantom Grip.
Okay.
Which is a power that I have. And I'm just going to grab that green thing off the sorcerer and bring it up to us. I've ceased lightning, by the way. Well, I rolled another 6 on my wrath die. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter for psychic powers. But,
I reach out with my mind, and I grab the object and bring it to us. What is this thing?
It's the key. So, when you guys came down here in the submarine, you had a key, and you were sort of looking at it, because you found one of the keys that take you down here, but you lost it when you teleported into this city. For some reason, maybe he knew what was going on or something, this sorcerer has another one of these keys, and he kept it with him when he came into this sunken city. Now, you don't necessarily know how this key works, or if it even can do anything where you are at the moment, but you have a thing. It seems to be pulsing with power, because everything's pulsing with... Everything Necron is pulsing with power down here, because everything's waking up. The entire city is rumbling. The planet is starting to shake itself apart.
Maybe it works if we do affirmations and say something nice to one another. You go first.
You did a good job getting us up here. It was a brave jump.
And I've learned a lot from you, Mr. Wizard. Your wisdom and kind words have carried me through all these years.
And it's been a pleasure serving with you, gentlemen.
Yes, Mr. Baby.
This is the end, right? Like, I don't know how we get out of this one.
This button, I'm sure it'll work.
No.
Damn it!
Pressing the top of this key.
There's also not a button on the key. You're just pressing like a little thing on the top of the key.
I'm pressing where the light is coming from.
Does the key activate with emotional growth? Did anything happen there?
I was hoping to hear a beep beep in the distance for me pressing the key.
Like you're unlocking the car?
Yes.
Unfortunately, there is no emotional growth.
Damn.
There is emotional growth.
Oh yeah.
But it does not do anything with this.
Aw. Well, it did something for me.
So does a new round of combat now start that second obelisk has arrived? Or that first obelisk
I'm going to give you guys one more action before the obelisk each before the obelisk starts to fire. And it can miss you.
Okay.
It can.
I know is the obelisk floating?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to do jam mechanism at the obelisk.
Well, before you do that, sure we shouldn't just try to figure out how to activate this key and get on out of here.
I mean,
I can give you the key. You can figure it out.
Okay.
I don't know how to use electronics. I
Oh.
break things. I don't fix things.
Well, I wouldn't say that's true.
Why would you say that?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think you fixed a couple things, and you've put some things that were not great back together. You don't do it great all the time, but I think you're pretty good at stuff, Mr. Wizard. And I think I've been kind of not really... what I mean to say, I've been taking that for granted. I'm sorry.
That's very mature of you to say, Kevin. You grow up too fast. You gotta enjoy being a kid space marine a little longer.
Thanks, Mr. Wizard. I'll keep that in mind.
I don't know, not to be a downer here, but I don't know how much longer this kid gets to be a kid. I think the end game here is we all die to save the planet, right?
I'll tell you one thing, Daniel. One thing kids are good at is fidgeting with stuff. And Kevin just grabs the key while I guess Mr. Wizard is about to go do something to that obelisk.
Yeah, Mr. Wizard realizes that the obelisk is floating in the air, and it's a machine of some sort, and he's going to jam mechanism and make it shut off and fall from the sky.
It's several mechanisms that are involved in keeping it afloat. You
Can he jam its grav one?
It just says the psychic power reaches into a specific machine.
Okay, I guess you
Or
could shut off. I
mechanism.
guess you could shut off the platform it's on. Okay.
I mean, I just want to shut off its anti-grav feature and
Okay,
make
I
it
guess
fall.
so. Yeah.
It's a pretty cool use of that power.
No, that is a good use of that power.
I'm gonna do it.
It's a difficulty 4. I passed the difficulty without pushing 6s. Unfortunately, I don't really need to push any 6s because this is definitely within 25 meters, right?
Oh, yeah, because it's right about to start shooting at you.
All right, well then I'm going to push the 2 6s and make it a test of a 5 to turn its gravity back on.
Okay. It now falls. Just falls.
Just burp, burp, and just
Yeah.
like a stone.
So for a full minute, its anti-gravity is
Oh,
off.
that pit's got a bunch of Necrons waking up in it. I hope it hits a bunch on the way down.
It probably will. Kevin, what are you doing?
I'm fidgeting.
Okay.
I got this. I've already solved a door, and I've solved a cube thing. Yeah, what kind of test do I make to try to solve this? Would it be a tech?
Unfortunately, it would be a tech.
Kevin,
What is the difficulty?
I believe you can do this.
4.
Thanks, Mr. Wizard.
Just imagine it's a 2.
What?
A 2 difficulty. Like, we had the levels 1 through 5.
Oh, right.
This is like cleaning your room.
Oh, man.
It's more just annoying than hard.
fair. So narratively, it's a 2, right?
No.
Damn it. Now, I'm going to throw my line of bullshit out there, see if I can catch anything this time around. This is the third device that Kevin has interacted with, and the last one he gloriously succeeded with that cube. Are we sure it's still a 4 difficulty?
Yes.
Damn it. All right. Still not catching anything with this bullshit.
You
then.
also could just destroy this. Oh, well, you're not trying to destroy the cube. You're trying to use the key.
That's
Sorry,
right.
I forgot. Yeah.
Destroy it with the key. All right.
I mean, Necron Tech does interact with Necron Tech.
Sure.
I don't know how any of this works.
But I would still be a tech check, which I'm doing right now.
Okay.
Here we go. I've only got a 5 to get a 4. That's a 4! Da-da-da-da, and a 1 on my wrath die. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, giveth and taketh away.
No, I know exactly what happens. This is going
Yeah,
to rule.
I know what the key does, so I've got a feeling when you don't use it very well, what happens?
No. Kevin disappears. He
Oh.
appears back on the submarine.
Shit.
He's tied back to the other key, which is on the floor of the submarine. You have appeared on the submarine.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no! Mr. Wizard! Mr. Wizard!
Balthus, what do you do?
You said that it's 10 meters to the top of the dome,
Yeah.
and then another 10 meters above that to the sub?
Yeah.
Okay, I know exactly what I'm going to do. Is anything immediately endangering me?
I mean, everything is going to kill you if you don't move quickly.
But do I at least have 1 round, maybe 2 rounds to then, before things actually get to me?
We'll see.
Okay. Well, I'm going to spend the first round.
I mean, I know the easiest way he can get out of this. It's a power he's already used.
Yeah, Phantom Form. But the problem is
you know what can't crush?
the problem is
in the ocean and they can't crush.
The problem is I have no shock, and I need shock to sustain it.
Oh, no.
So I'm going to use my first action to use one of my wrath and regain 1d3 plus 3 shock.
There we go.
Okay.
I gain 6 shock back.
Oh, hell yeah.
Is it D3 or D6?
It's D3 plus 3.
Oh, my God.
I'm back up to 6 shock. Has anything come to attack me yet, or is it getting very close?
The immortals are now firing at you. Only one is going to make a shot at you, but
Dang. Well, I'm like on an upper. I'm on an upper platform.
It is good. Yes.
Can I just like duck out of sight? I am very small.
Lay
and
flat
So
on the
the
ground?
thing is, there are multiple immortals that are shooting at you. One has a clean shot at you, and even then, it's not a clean shot. It's going to be tricky for them to hit you. But
Sorry, I rolled a 1 on that wrath die, Mr. Wizard.
what's your defense?
1.
Okay, so he's going to hit you with his Gauss Blaster. However, he is far enough away that he's not going to be able to use rapid fire.
Balthus, how many wounds do you have left?
1.
Oh, man.
Good thing you got that shock.
We'll see.
I believe in you.
12 damage.
What's the pen?
2.
Can you absorb any of it?
Not enough.
Does it instantly kill you?
No, but I'm unconscious.
That's all I need to hear. Somehow, through a radio. Oh, I didn't take Daniel with me, did I?
Yeah, you didn't take me with you. Shit. Oh, damn it. Oh, wow. So you have now passed out, dying on the platform. I am floating above the platform, looking back and forth, trying to figure out what's going on. And Kevin, the crew of the submarine rushes up to you and says, hello, sir. How can we help you? We were monitoring the situation. We have torpedoes ready to go. We got a breaching torpedo. We got normal torpedoes. We can do whatever you want.
Yeah, don't have time for this. And Kevin grabs both of the keys and okay, I turn the sequence like this. It connected me to the one key, but maybe if I do something, I can maybe I could do both. Kevin's gonna try a tech use check, I guess, on these keys.
I can do something, I guess. I don't do much. I could also try a tech use 3. You have both of them to use now.
Okay. And I've used it once before.
Yes.
Poorly, but I've used it once before. Come on. Now that's pretty amazing, because I got a 3, and it was narratively with a 6 on my wrath die, baby!
Okay.
So, do I teleport back?
Yes.
But you know what I'm doing this time?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Kevinson pulls a whole bunch of the soldiers out of the submarine with him.
Okay.
To be bullet sponges!
They all disappear. Several Imperial Guardsmen.
He doesn't take the pilot. He leaves the pilot in there.
Yeah.
He just takes, some of the guys on the ship.
You get a half dozen guardsmen with you, and you find yourself reappearing on the platform. Did you take the keys with you, one or both?
I just took one of them with me.
Okay, gotcha, yeah.
All right, boys, time to fix bayonets. Do what you do best. And Kevinson gets low while I guess all the guardsmen are standing around with las guns.
Yeah.
And they just see a whole bunch of Necrons. Necrons see them. I'm hoping it's enough of a distraction.
It is a hell of a distraction. The Necrons are now slowly firing at them. The Necrons don't do anything particularly fast. And the Imperial Guardsmen are firing like wild with their hotshot las weapons and stuff. They were ready to try to do the best they can against these Necrons. What would you like to do, Kevin, now that you're here?
Kevin's going to get low to the ground and see Mr. Wizard. Mr. Wizard, can you hear me? Can you hear me? And he's shaking his body. I assume he's bleeding out all over the place. Daniel, get over here. We got to get back to the sub. You ready to go?
I'm glad you came back.
Yeah, sorry I left you here, Daniel. Okay. I got this time. I got the right sequence, I swear.
Wait, hold on.
What?
We still probably need to blow up the city, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. So Kevinson picks up Mr. Wizard and waits till Daniel's now floating nearby.
Yeah.
He gets the key ready, in his hand that he's holding the Mr. Wizard in under his arm, and with his other hand he pulls out his foresword, and in one swipe he just strikes down at the cube and twists the key and goes, "That's right, I hit you with my..."
And you find yourself back on the submarine, but the submarine is sort of being sucked in with a bunch of water that's flowing into a location where it was not before.
Oh no! Did I bring everybody with me? I meant to bring all the guardsmen with me.
You
too.
did bring everybody with you.
Yay!
One of the guardsmen throws up. One of the guardsmen is dead as he's been destroyed at an atomic level by one of the...
We brought his ashes back, right? We brought his ashes back.
Yeah,
His
you
atomic
brought them.
ashes.
Somehow his ashes came with us. It doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
I'm really good with these keys now.
And the pilot is swearing like a sailor.
Like a sailor.
As he tries to keep
So
the
he's saying a lot
submarine
of
on
nautical
course.
terms?
Yeah. The submarine is shaking. However, you are okay.
Kevinson is going to call over the medic. He assumes there's a medic on this ship.
The guardsmen are trained with rudimentary medical skills. One of them has a little bit more training than the other.
Actually, Kevinson is pretty good medic, eh? I think he's actually going to try to...
You're probably better trained than these grunts.
Yeah, that makes sense. Kevinson's going to attempt a Medicaid to save Mr. Wizard. I have a Medicaid of 8.
Before you can start healing Balthus, you do need to make a defiance check.
All right, here we go. Unconsciously, I want to get a 6, so I'm just suddenly awake.
That would be cool.
No, but I do get a 4, which means I'm stabilized.
Yes, so you're no longer dying.
All right.
I am a very stubborn old man, I say in my unconsciousness.
In your unconsciousness?
We all hear it in our heads.
People are trying to, like, pull you towards the light. And you're like, get out of here, old emperor.
Light is for suckers!
Is he evil? I think he might be evil.
He did make Blund run from the walls.
Are we all evil?
No, definitely not Kevin. All right, so Kevin's going to make a Medicaid check. All right, Mr. Wizard, you're going to live. No one on my wrath die. And I rolled pretty bad, but I did get a 3.
All right.
So
the
enough
character
to
now
just
has
barely
one wound.
resuscitate
Yeah.
him. Mr. Wizard, you're alive!
Of course I'm alive!
I never would have doubted it. Thought I lost you back there, Mr. Wizard. What happened to you?
I did this really cool attack, and then they shot like 8 million lightning bolts at me.
Oh man, that must have really hurt.
But I defied atomization and said atomization is for suckers.
While you're saying this, there's like 5 guardsmen huddled around their deatomized friend that got murdered.
See? He's a sucker.
Oh, Mr. Wizard, they
Always
lost
good
a friend.
for morale, that Balthus. Always good for morale. Inquisitors. Are you Inquisitors? I've got a message
We're
coming
better than Inquisitors. We're Inquisiteers.
Yeah. Inquisiteers, we got a message coming in from the surface.
Ah, it feels good to hear. Yeah?
Should I patch you guys through to it?
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
You don't see anything, but it is a sort of radio message. Not radio, of course. Nobody uses radio anymore.
Oh, God.
It's a
Vox.
Vox, yeah, a Vox message. That's called Vox Media. You hear Tomoa's voice. Kevin, are you okay? What's going on down there?
Oh, everything's good. Don't worry. We handled the threat. Turns out most of the planet was Necrons, but they're all shut down now, so everything should be okay.
Necrons. Well, we were investigating the coal trade on this planet. There were people who were trading Necron artifacts. We suspected there might have been Necrons. You found them?
Oh yeah, like a whole city, whole bunch of them, and there were these Marines with spikes on them, and we were trying to wake up the Necrons, but we took care of them.
Yeah, they were kind of lame. Like, they definitely weren't as cool as I thought they were gonna be.
Oh, Balthus is there?
Yeah.
Balthus made it?
Yeah, Balthus is alive. Isn't that great?
What?
Yeah.
Why do you say that like you didn't expect me to make it?
It's a dangerous universe.
I've been alive for like 3 of your lifetimes, young lady.
I've been alive for a very long time.
Not as long as me.
I will agree with that. That does actually, that checks out. Well, I'm glad that you seem to have saved the entire planet. We were getting seismic readings that seemed to be shaking the entire seafloor. One of our bases has sunk into the ocean. One of the islands did sink. I believe everyone on the island is in trouble. So you might need to find a new port to dock your submarine at. But regardless, good job. Though, your mission was to find Vincent. Did you find Vincent?
Actually, we did find Vincent.
Is Vincent there with you?
Oh no, he's not with us. I believe we sent him back. We found him in one of the nearby ports.
He wasn't feeling too well.
Oh, but he's alive?
He is.
Okay, I'll have to speak. I'll need to debrief him personally.
Yeah. You totally can. I think that's nice.
I
it's
feel
really
like
nice.
there's something more going on there, Tomoa.
You know what? If we want to play like a game later afterwards, just the three of us, I could get to know him and.
A game?
Like a board game or something.
No, I think
or some cards.
the game they want to play doesn't involve you.
What do you mean?
It's kind of.
There's a bunch of
Settlers
three-player.
of Catan.
Oh, that's pretty good at 3 players. I'm in for it.
You kind of need 4. Actually, can I play? I'm okay.
Oh yeah, Daniel can come play.
Okay.
I don't know if you're old enough for that game yet.
What, for Settlers of Catan? I play it all the time. Daniel's pretty good. He always blocks me out on those good spaces, though.
I like the longest road. I always go for the
man.
longest road. And we sort of pan away as this sort of normal conversation is going on.
Daniel, you're floating farther and farther away. Hold on, before you get too far.
Okay, yeah.
Let me shut you off. Hey kids, it's your number 1 Inquisiteer, Kevinson, and I'm here to talk to you about Xenos artifacts. As we know, Xenos artifacts can be real dangerous, and if they start talking to you, remember, stranger danger. Find an adult or somebody to deal with it, preferably a Space Marine or Inquisiteer. Thanks everybody, and now you know, and knowing's good for the Emperor.